Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking a breakup on finale night of Love Island USA. Are you kidding me right now? Are you crazy? Are you loco? No. So this is not going to be the episode review. That'll be out tomorrow or something, because I am shook. I am flabbergasted, but I'm not surprised. Huda fans, Huda rats, y'all deserve this. Y'all deserve this because y'all thought that stan culture was going to supersede the purpose of Love Island, and y'all got embarrassed tonight. Y'all got embarrassed tonight, and there is no turning back. In this video, we are dragging the breakup of Huda and Chris, you guys. Finale night. Shelly and Ace were dumped for what? Shelly and Ace, who are a legitimate couple, were dumped for what, you guys? Make it make sense. You dumped a real couple, all because you didn't want them to see the money, all because you were still upset about the Jeremiah dumping, all because you were mad at the Ace and Amaya thing, only for Ace to come out and say in interviews that him and Amaya had patched things up weeks ago and are best friends. But y'all fell for the producer manipulation tactics. Y'all fell for producers making the Black Islanders the villains the entire season. And this is the finale that we ended up with, which was a couple on a romantic date. It was giving a final two type of date where you have, you have dinner on the water, candles lit everywhere. And then in the midst of the breakup, a singer comes out. In the midst of a breakup, a singer comes out because Love Island had already paid her to sing her song. So whether y'all were together or not, she's like, I'm leaving here with this money. I'm leaving here with something. I'm contractually obligated to sing this song whether y'all together or not. How embarrassing. But here's the thing. The worst part was not even the breakup during the date, in which now all of a sudden Huda wants to have a conversation about all of her concerns and all of the things that were glaring red flags this entire time. And all it just proved, you guys, all this proved was, like what Taylor and Clark said in their interview, and like what other people have said in their interviews that are the dumped Islanders, that Huda went too far during the heart rate challenge. And all of this was rooted in jealousy against Shelly. Justice for Shelly, you guys. Shelly was the most sought after female Islander this season. I think like 6 dudes were like after her. And Huda couldn't take it. And this dates back to Jeremiah, where Huda is asking Jeremiah to do the things for her that Ace was doing for Shelly. So she peeped then that Shelly was getting the princess treatment, as she deserves. Shelly was getting the princess treatment, right? And then we get to Casa Amor, and she sees how Chris likes Shelly. And she decides, okay, I'm gonna shoot my shot via one of these challenges, and I'm gonna do my little stripper moves, my little scribble moves up on Chris, so I can try to, take Shelly's man, because she already got Ace at the villa, right? So nonetheless, she's not gonna be mad. And basically tried to present this to Shelly as though she was doing Shelly a favor. She was doing Shelly a favor. I'm doing this for you, the whole time. You wanted Chris for yourself because you saw how Chris was treating Shelly, and because everything flopped with JD. No. So nonetheless, y'all get back to the villa. Chris is still pretty much all about Shelly until he gets intimidated by the Shelly and Ace connection, which you still are making Shelly breakfast at this point, giving her flowers, giving her extra pancakes compared to Huda. So you're showing right then and there you prefer Shelly. You're having a man-to-man conversation with Ace saying, I'm not going to stop pursuing Shelly until she tells me to do so, only for you to fall for the okie doke that Huda had to pull on you, which was the temptress act, the kissing, the sex, all of the things, because she knew on her own merit that there was no other way to pull you away from Shelly, and that you had genuine feelings for Shelly. I think you even mentioned that you might have felt something for Amaya too, and you got caught up with Huda's crash outs, even though you already seen the show. You already seen the show. You already seen how Huda treated Jeremiah. You saw how she tried to go after Pepe, and you saw the things end in a disaster with JD. You thought things were going to be different for you, Chris. You thought things were going to be different for you. You're bragging about the fact that you are attracted to emotionally, available women and everything else. You pulled a Huda on Huda. So both of y'all got what y'all deserve as far as I'm concerned. Because I do not understand why the fans continued to vote for Huda. Oh, she's being bullied when she was the bully. Production was protecting her. And then the ultimate ick was what Huda did at the heart rate challenge. Once again, jealousy of Shelly having options and not having to lift a finger. And you taking it to a next level, pulling Ace like that, throwing the cat in his face, you guys, throwing the cat in his face, and thinking that this was going to, do your big one, this was going to cause problems with Shelly and Ace, they were going to break up and everything else, and you were going to be satisfied. No. And even Chris was disgusted. But he knew that he was not putting in the work that needed to be put in to pull Shelly away from Ace. So therefore, he had no choice but to support you and your foolishness and your nonsense, except for he found out the hard way that y'all don't communicate well. Y'all have no romantic connection. There was a reason Huda was not kissing you in public, and that was because she still wants Jeremiah. She still wants Jeremiah, and I have been telling y'all this from the beginning, that she had been wanting Jeremiah. But now this makes the family visit look 100 times worse, because it's clear as day that production told these families don't say anything that could potentially mess up them winning the prize money. No. Like I said, go back to season 2 with Johnny's dad. Go back to season 2 with Johnny's dad that was like, listen, we had a plan. You effed up the plan at Casa Amor. You cost us this $100K. And Johnny was like, man, I know. I know. See, that's what real parents are about. They're going to tell you the truth. But y'all want to sugarcoat this foolishness up here on Peacock. Watch the CBS shows, y'all. That is real drama. That is real chaos. And y'all try to manufacture all of this foolishness, and y'all got egg on your face. I don't care what Chris and Huda said in the final speeches and everything else. Who cares? They are not together. And I knew they were not together because some pictures had leaked today. There was this, it looked like a hotel worker in Fiji. There was one picture where she was with Alandria and Nick. They were in between her. And then there was another picture where she was with Huda, but it wasn't a situation where a couple was together and you just wanted to take solo pictures with somebody. No. The picture with Huda was inside the hotel. The picture with Chris was miles away, was outside of the hotel or wherever they were at, far away from wherever Huda was, y'all. And so, nonetheless, Chris is telling Huda on this date, I need to be away from you. I need to be away from you. I cannot be near you right now. All of this, all that. He's even outside sleeping on Soul Tie's finale night. How do you sleep in Soul Tie's finale night by yourself? And there are all those empty beds in that room. You be serious right now. Be freaking serious right now, Chris. And the worst part, the climax of it all was the end of the date, right? Because Huda did all of this, right? Chris told her to break things off, to end things. It wasn't Huda breaking up with Chris like she tried to tell the girls. That's the other thing. She's always lying about what the actual truth is. No. Chris basically told you, do you want to break this up? Do you want to end this, or I'm about to? So in that type of situation, Chris already knew what time it was. He already knew that he was checked out, this was not going to last, and everything else, but he was giving Huda the courtesy to let her do it herself. So nonetheless, and the irony in all of this is Brian is telling Chris to basically fake it till y'all make it. But y'all swear that Brian is a genuine dude. No. Child, talk to me in a few months after the reunion. Talk to me in a few months after the reunion about Brian, and you will see why I have the concerns that I have, because it was giving Caleb coded. It was giving Caleb from season 2 coded. Make it make sense. What do you mean fake it till you make it? It is finale night. Y'all are supposed to be a couple. Y'all are supposed to be on Love Island. This is what we are voting for. No. So the worst part, you guys, was the end of the day, which they had to walk on water. And Chris basically was like, well, you can wade in the water by yourself, because he told Huda, I'm not carrying you. So they had the dinner, they had the setup, and you have to walk on the water to get back to the beach part or whatever, the land. And Chris just walked away. He just walked away, and then he realized that Huda was still there. So then he came back, and he was like, well, I want you to know that I'm not carrying you over this water. Like you're gonna have to walk by yourself. What? This is insanity. This is insanity, man. But nonetheless, Huda, you did this to yourself. You chose a man that you knew was into Shelly this entire time, and you thought your scribble moves was going to be enough to turn his head. You thought having sex with him in the bed at night was going to be enough to turn his head, and ultimately, he ended up hating you just like Jeremiah ended up hating you. And the moral of the story is, one, you cannot try to use all of this physical stuff to try to get these men's attention and do all of these things and think it's going to work out for you if they don't like you. And then the manipulation tactics, right? Lying, not having good communication skills, putting on the victim tears anytime something doesn't go your way. And the worst part was the foolishness that took place at nighttime, right? So the night before the date, Huda was upset because, Chris was ignoring her. So they got to bed after Chris threw a pillow on her and it hit her nose. He was turned over to the side, and I guess Huda wanted to cuddle, but she played him like he was a child and was like 3, 2, 1 and kept rubbing on his back to try to get him to turn over. She's like, 3, 2, 1, you better answer me or there's going to be problems. No. And so then after the 3, 2, 1 and Chris still did not respond to her, she still kept rubbing on his back to wake him up. And he's like, listen, look at here, I'm trying to sleep so that I can be good for tomorrow. And she's like, but I want to cuddle. And he's like, too bad. And so she's like, well, congratulations, you just F things up and da-da-da-da-da. And Huda turns over. And it's like, if I'm trying to sleep and the countdown doesn't work and rubbing me doesn't work, like what are we doing? What are we doing? But Huda fans, Huda rats, y'all got nobody to blame but yourself. We knew about how this goes. We have had 6 seasons of this. We always vote for couples to go to the finale. And y'all were so bitter and jealous and full of hatred to the point y'all are superimposing pics of George Floyd on the knee. Y'all are hacking Alandria's TikTok accounts. Y'all are sending death threats to Shelly and Ace still, even though they are out the villa. Make it make sense. Sending threats to Alandria, decampaigning Shelly and Ace and Alandria so that they lost a whole bunch of followers, calling them mean girls, and the ultimate mean girl was the one that got stood up on her dream final date. Make it make sense, you guys. That date should have went to Nick and Alandria.
Because what the Welly-ance? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? But this is what happens, y'all, when y'all turn this show into Stand Wars. And production, y'all gotta hold this L, because y'all should have had Huda removed from the show a long time ago. She was not there anymore for love. It was all about the clout. It was all about getting as far as possible. She knew these men didn't like her like that. And that was the whole point of it all. She can have sex with Jeremiah. She can have sex with Chris. But she knew that they didn't like her the way that she liked them. They were not treating her the way she wanted to be treated, the way she saw Shelly being treated. So she got jealous. She got insecure. She did all of these tactics. She has not learned her lesson. She has not grown at all. And all of this for her to end up alone. No. So that is it. That is all for this video. I will, like I said, have my review for the episode tomorrow. But this is unprecedented. This is unprecedented, because most couples would have the sense to at least even fake it through the finale. No. Let me take that back. Huda and Chris would have been sent home. That they wouldn't even got here, because Shelly and Ace deserve to be here tonight. Shelly and Ace deserve to be here tonight. I knew that even if Shelly made the finale, that they were not going to win over Amaya and Brian. But y'all were too much in y'all feelings about some foolishness that y'all couldn't let it go. And now we have the worst finale ever of a couple breaking up, of a couple actually ending things on a romantic date finale night in the midst where the singer is trying to get her coin, and there's no turning back. There is no turning back. I don't care what was said in the speeches. I don't care what was said for the final couples. Like, this is an epic fail. This is an epic disaster, you guys. And Huda fans, Huda rats, y'all gotta take this L. And y'all gotta understand, bullying people, attacking people, trying to dox people, trying to do all of this foolishness is not going to change the reality that your fave needs therapy. Your fave needs help. Your fave did too much, and it finally caught up to her. This is the most embarrassing outcome of all. This is the most embarrassing outcome of all, you guys. And y'all wanted her to win. Y'all wanted to vote for her to win, when that obviously would have ended even worse for her, because Chris obviously would have taken the money if that even happened. Make it make sense. So there is that. That is it. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.